welcome back to Daily Flash. Mitch English here. New advanced technology is currently growing rapidly to improve the doctor-patient experience. There's a new solution, and it was earlier implemented this year at the University of Michigan Health West, and now it's actually expanding. Joining us now to discuss the technology are Lance Owens and Ken Harper. They're here to talk about the new DAX technology and how it's actually beneficial for both the patient and the physician. Good morning to both of you. First off, Lance, explain to me how and what clinical documentation works.
Well, whenever you go in and see the doctor, there's this conversation that occurs, and usually some, to-dos to come out of that conversation. And all of that information needs to get back into what we call the note, which populates the electronic medical record, which tells the story of the patient's healthcare. And because that relationship is so important in healthcare, that documentation just supports that relationship. And when we if you look at the history of how that information got into the note, it started out as just, pencil and paper, and then it went to check boxes, and then writing, and then dictation, and voice recognition, and then computers. And the more advanced we've gotten up until now, the more advanced we've gotten into putting that documentation in the record, kind of the more intrusive it has become. So with this new technology, I'm able to sit back and have a relaxed conversation with my patient, do all of the things that we need to do, and know that in the background that information is being captured for me. And it just really improves the quality of the visit.
Yeah, I can totally see how it can actually, how important it is as well. All right, Ken, I want to ask you, share some examples of how it's actually positively affected the healthcare experience, maybe in like a real world setting.
Yeah, happy to. If you think about, we're all patients. You go in, you see your doctor, having the doctor having to type in the keyboard while you're there in the exam room, it's an impersonal experience. And so the Dragon Ambient experience, DAX, as we like to call it, this new ambient technology category that it sits within, this is something that just fades into the background within the exam room, allows the doctor just to have a conversation with the patient, focus on the treatment of the patient, and it's able to take that context of what's being discussed and handle all the documentation needs automatically on behalf of the provider. And so some of the benefits that we see, it's freeing up a tremendous amount of time for the provider. Several hours a week in documentation time is now being freed up. And during the visit itself, it's allowing the doctor to actually spend far more focused time on the patient because they're not worrying about having to interact with the computer to get that information in.
Makes complete sense. Very interesting information there. Either one of you, where can folks go if they want to find out more info?
Yeah, if you go to nuance.com/ambient, you can find out exactly how the solution works.
Gentlemen, thanks both of you joining us. We'll make sure we post this information on our website, dailyflashshow.com.